Welcome to another connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King and my guest host today, Tabitha Odegaard. Tabitha was on the show with me a couple years ago, and Heather Jones, who has been my host, is taking a vacation. So, Heather, I hope you enjoy vacation. I never get to take one of those. Vacation, how do you think about that, huh?
Yeah, I'm
Thanks
jealous.
for being on the show today.
No problem, my pleasure. I haven't been on in a while, actually a really long time.
You're not nervous, are you?
I'm a little nervous. It's all like starting all over in this, but this is a lot of fun. I get to meet a lot of interesting people, so I'm excited to be here.
Let's real quickly talk about Tabitha is a personal fitness trainer, and she's at the fitness club, which is out by the bowling alley, and you got something new coming up.
I do, spinning. I'm going to offer spinning classes here in Harrison, and it's going to be great, high energy, lots of fun, and it's a great workout. And so if you never tried spinning before, which is spinning, when I say spinning, it's stationary spin aerobics on a bike, and it's really fun. In about 2 weeks, I'll have my own room with new bikes, and it's going to be lots of fun.
You got people waiting in line. I know people sign.
Actually, I do. Yeah, I do. So I'm super excited.
Well, that's great. Perfect. Yeah. So if you're into exercise, go see Tabitha out at the fitness club, and I'm sure you'll be tired after the first class. You know, she'll wear you out there.
But it's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. So.
Hey, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back in a moment. We're going to talk to two individuals about a big thing. It's United Way. Back on Connection.
When I went to Dental Creations on the square, I had been to 2 or 3 different places, and I could tell right away that was the place I wanted to be. Being a performer in Branson, I was desperately needing something done to my teeth, but I didn't have no room for finances, and she showed me this package plan, and now I'm making monthly payments on my new dentures, and very affordable. If anyone is looking for dentures, I recommend Dental Creations down on the square, because that's the place to go.
Summer is here, and Sister Flower & Gift Shop has recently received a large selection of new merchandise that is sure to brighten up any room. Looking for a gift for that special hog fan? Check out their large assortment of Razorback items that's sure to excite any Arkansas fan. From colorful tableware and matching accessories, unique centerpieces, wall decor, and home accent items, Sisters has that perfect gift for any occasion. Birthday, wedding, anniversary, or just because. Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters on Industrial Park Road in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our first two guests today have to do with the United Way of Boone County. Sandy Stroop, Brenda Steele, thank you so much for coming in today. Sandy, thanks for jetting back into town to be with us here. Sandy, he's been on this trip to Vegas. He gets in late last night, and they say, you've got to be on the show in the morning. Come on down and be with us. So Brenda came and said, I'm waiting on Sandy. We got to get our ducks in a row here. But we're glad to have you both.
Hey, we appreciate you doing this for us, because it's a great organization, does a lot of good work for Boone County and surrounding area, and if it wasn't for the volunteers, the people that do all of this work, we certainly wouldn't be able to do it. So we appreciate you letting us come in this morning.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys spreading the word and telling us what United Way is.
Yep. United Way, and he was talking about volunteers. I'm on one of the organizations that they give quite a bit of money to, and that's the Harrison Consolidated Youth, which is for kids. And I go to each year to make a presentation, and kind of, I'm sure they don't even like to see me come anymore. I always take more time than I'm supposed to. But you do, volunteers change every year. At least you try to get new people involved, like any agency. But it is a time-consuming thing. Like anytime you volunteer, it's particularly a United Way situation.
Well, it is. But Dennis, one of the things too that's really great about it are the folks like you that do come in and get so enthusiastic about what's going on. We're real heavily into the kids. A lot of what we sponsor are youth organizations of various types. It's not just Consolidated Youth, but we work with the 4-H, we work with Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and a whole lot of youth organizations. And the volunteers, such as yourself, if we didn't have them and didn't have the enthusiasm that they have, we couldn't raise enough money in this community to do it if we had to pay people.
Right.
How many volunteers do you think you have? roughly average?
Oh, there's no telling. Within our organization directly, we usually have about 25 or 30. But,
That's great.
But when you get out into like Consolidated Youth, how many volunteers does Consolidated Youth
Gosh,
have? I mean,
we
Right.
had 18 on the board and probably another 50 volunteers.
yeah,
you know.
plus coaches. And,
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
just-
because
They're
none of-
all a community that's
Sure.
working together.
That's right,
Sure.
because none of
Everybody's
them get paid.
important.
None of them
Right.
get paid. They're all doing it on their own. They're all doing such wonderful work with kids. And then when you go into scouting, I mean, how many Boy Scout and Girl Scout leaders have there been over the years? And
Right.
the 4-H, I mean, Nita Cooper does a great job of working with 4-H, but if it wasn't for all the volunteers, the parents and what have you, they wouldn't be able to do near the programs they do.
Yeah,
So
absolutely not. Yeah, agencies, how do you pick your I mean, I went and made a presentation to you recently. So how do you decide on who gets what?
Well, agencies, first of all, submit a written application
Right.
to us, and it includes a very detailed budget for them, what other sponsorship they're getting, what their expenses are, and of course how they would use their United Way funding if they get it. And then, when we review those, and then like you said, agencies send the representatives in, and a group of United Way board members volunteer to do the interviews and make decisions based on that. Of course, the amount of money they receive, is based on what donations we get and what funding we have. But it is a process, and the volunteers take it very seriously. The board volunteers choosing and making decisions based on
Right.
educated.
Who are some of the nonprofits that, for instance, that you would be funding? Some of them. I mean, to give the public an idea of how you cover a lot of organizations.
Right now, this year was 23 agencies. Like Sandy mentioned, lots of them are youth related, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, 4-H, as he mentioned. We sponsor some of the small schools in Boone County, their youth programs, particularly their summer programs. But then we also do agencies that are related to seniors, like the Boone County Senior Center, Boone County Adult Daycare. A lot of other agencies that help in crisis, such as Rape Crisis, Red Cross, CASA, Legal Aid.
Grandma's House.
Yes, Grandma's
Which is
House
a
is
new
one of our
one.
new ones. Yes, and then some agencies, Boone County Special Services, Boone County Single Parent Scholarship, some of the education-related things. So, like I said, 23 agencies this year.
Right.
Wonderful. What is the grandparents? What you said?
Grandma's House.
Yeah, Grandma's House. What is
yeah.
that?
Grandma's House is a group that advocates for children, and usually they have been abused, and they work with them. They work with the social workers, and they have facilities right here in town, right across from the administration building. Nice facility if nobody's had an opportunity to
Yeah.
see it. They need to go in. They've done
Very
a lot of really good things, but they've got rooms set up where they can interview, where they can work with kids that have had issues.
Nice
Yep.
home-like setting that
Very
makes
home-like
kids
setting.
comfortable.
It's a great.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got about 5 minutes. We'll move along. Let's talk about your board members. I guess, how do you select a board member? You say you're going to be a board member.
Sort of. And it's a 3-year commitment at the
Right.
minimum.
Yeah.
Most of us get hooked. How long have you been hooked, Sandy?
Over 25 years.
I'm relatively new, more like 6 years, but
Right.
we see the importance of it. We kind of get hooked, and a lot of people stay a long time.
Yeah.
But you do a board term is 3 years,
Okay.
and then
That's good.
And what we try to do is we try to get a representation from the community, especially from some of the larger givers, some of the FedEx,
Sure.
those type of folks. We always try to have a board member from those organizations. But then we also try to get out in the community and just find various and sundry people. I mean, you'd be a great board member, James.
Okay. Thanks, Dan. I've been on the Consolidated Youth Board. I'm like
Yeah.
25 years,
Yeah.
but can't seem to get off. It
Yeah,
just
but-
keeps going forward.
But we do. We try to incorporate from all around the community because everybody has their own special skills that they
Yes.
can bring to their organization. Everybody knows different people, and so the larger your base, the more broad your base, the better job you can do.
Fantastic.
When will you guys begin your fund drive?
Officially, when are we supposed to kick it off? Do you remember?
yes, we have a kickoff event scheduled, and
This month.
it's in conjunction with the Chamber of Commerce Business After Hours, and it is on Thursday evening, 5 p.m. on August 30th.
Okay.
And it's in the atrium at the First National Bank downtown on the corner of Walnut and Rush Street there.
Okay.
And there'll be agency representatives there. There'll be board members there. The public is invited to come to learn more about where United Way dollars go. It's a good chance for them to meet a lot of the agencies in a group.
Sure.
And so that's our kickoff. And then our fundraising starts then and goes into December,
Okay.
the fall.
We try to hold the fundraising in a short period of time so that we can kind of concentrate on it during that period of time. And the other reason is that we ask the agencies that we are funding not to have a fundraiser while we're having our drive. And so we try to have it in a very concentrated time so that they can go ahead and do theirs later if they want to, if they want to do additional. Because that's one of the things we say, that you can still have your own fundraisers.
Right.
We just ask that you don't step on our toes when we're trying to do ours.
Yeah, because you don't want to. You don't want to be going into to businesses and to individuals, everybody trying to do it
That's
one
right.
time, because
Yep.
everybody's going to lose if you do that.
That's
Because
exactly
they're
right.
going
Yep.
to split up the funding, and
Yep.
it's not going to be very good type situation. You got an anniversary, actually, right?
Yes, we do.
40th?
I wasn't quite around at the beginning, but not long after
Long
that.
after that?
40 years, yeah.
Wow.
Some of the guys that were involved, I've seen a list of it, but it was pretty neat. It was some of the real leaders in the community that made the decision that
Started.
we needed a United Way program here, and they got it going. And had a lot of folks over the years have continued to work it. If you went back and looked at a list of the original people, and then from there forward, how many people in this community work in United Way, there's a lot of people that have done it, and really it's a great thing, because it does give people the opportunity to give once.
Yeah.
And they can give once and cover an awful lot of really good programs within the city and within the county.
Right. Last question. What's your goal this year? You set a goal for your money?
$150,000.
$150,000.
$150,000.
$150,000. Well, that's and you know, it's tougher and tougher on agencies these days. I know funding has been cut back to United Way, which in turn you have to cut back to the other agencies because of the economic situation. But United Way, 23 plus agencies that they touch. If you're out there and if you haven't been a part of United Way, if you haven't given to the United Way, it's probably the one agency that you can make a donation to and touch 20-something different agencies within our community here. Everything from kids organizations to the Red Cross to the Sanctuary, you name it. There's so many different worthwhile organizations out there that need funding. So if you see a United Way volunteer out there and they're trying to get a pledge card signed so that you can give a little bit, and nothing too small or too large, you'll take them all, I'm
We'll
sure.
take anything, you bet. And that is an emphasis we wanted to put today, that anyone can contribute to United Way. You don't have to be working for FedEx and have
Right.
it done on a weekly withdrawal from your paycheck. You can just send us a check if you want to, if you want to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's
we
great.
will take that money. We're very diligent with it. As was said earlier here today, we really look at these agencies before we make the decision to fund them, and we're real tight with the money.
Yeah.
1% goes to let us be a United Way agency, and the other 99% stays here in Boone County.
Can't beat a deal like that. That's perfect.
I mean, there's an awful lot of things that you
people
give.
touched.
Yeah, you're touching a lot of people. You're touching a lot of people.
Sandy Stroop, thank you so much. And Brenda, I'm glad to meet you today, and we appreciate them
Yes,
coming in.
we do. Appreciate you guys doing what you guys do and volunteering your time, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for both for coming in. Sandy,
Yeah.
thanks for jumping off that plane and coming in and seeing us today. Sandy Stroop and Brenda Steele with the United Way of Boone County. Don't forget about them out there. They need your help, and you'll touch a lot of people and a lot of families and a lot of young people out in the community. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment on Connection. We're going to talk to Mickey Summers and everything going on at North Arkansas College.
Hi, my name is Tommy Haas, and I'm a Pioneer baseball player at North Arkansas College.
Our athletes excel on the field and in the classroom. Last season, we were ranked #1 in the nation. There's a lot of fun student activities and organizations to join, and the education I'm receiving is first rate as well. So come on, check out North Ark and enroll this semester.
Registration is easy. Enroll for the fall semester at North Ark, weekdays from 8:30 to 4:30, June 8th through August 24. Classes start August 27th. For quality, value, and convenience, think North Ark first. We're your college.
When the day-to-day routine has drained the color right out of you, let Extreme Tanning help you get back your healthy radiance. With state-of-the-art 10 and 20-minute tanning vents, a stand-up booth, and UV-free spray tanning, Extreme Tanning can help you get that golden glow you've always wanted. Also, check out their complete line of tanning accelerators, moisturizers, and accessories. With membership programs starting as low as $14.99 per month, this staff at Extreme Tanning will assist you in selecting just the right plan. Take your tan to the extreme. Extreme Tanning, Highway 43 East in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, Dennis King. Today, Tabitha Odegaard, who is guest host today. She was on the show with me about a year and a half ago, and conflicts. So Heather Jones has been helping me for a while, and Heather has decided to take vacation. So I said, Tabitha, could you come back? It'd be like old home week. So thanks for being on the show.
No problem. My pleasure. This is fun.
Appreciate you being here.
Yep.
And you do know who we've got coming up next. Mickey Summers with North Arkansas College. Thank you, Mickey, for being here.
Glad to have you.
You remember Mickey because she's been coming on the show for years.
Yes, and I've already interviewed you a long time ago, about a year ago.
Yeah, that's great. And
what's going on, Mickey?
We have all kinds of events going on at the college. You know, the Bill Baker Amphitheater is going to be the place to be this fall. we have a Shooter Jennings concert coming up September 13th, and it's Jamie Johnson and Shooter Jennings. Johnson co-wrote the song Honky Tonk Badonkadonk.
Oh, cool. So, everybody knows that.
Yeah, he wrote that for Trace Atkins. And then Jennings is the son of Waylon Jennings and Jesse Coulter. So the press releases about him say he's kind of an outsider, but in 2005 he kind of came into his own and wrote Steady at the Wheel, which was #1 on the Texas charts for 8 weeks. So he did well with that song. And Free Whiskey will be opening for them. It's a local band. A lot of people know them. The gates open at 6:30 and music begins at 7:30. And then reserved seating is $35 and lawn tickets are $26. And people can get tickets by going down to Guitar Smiths if they have cash only, or online at www.itickets.net.
iTickets.net. Okay.
And so that's coming up once again on September 13th, Shooter Jennings concert. We also have a Christian concert by a band called Overcoming Affliction, and that's August 18th, so that's coming up soon. They're going to have a couple of other bands with them, so it'll be Overcoming Affliction, Transcend, and 3 Years Till September. And music for that starts at 7 o'clock on the 18th, and it's $5 at the gate, so everybody can just come out and hear those bands.
So you got 2 concerts basically booked, one in August, one in September. You know, one thing that's talking about the Bill Baker Amphitheater, you know, it's, if you go out to the college, to me, it is a beautiful setting. I mean, you've got the tiered seating in the grass, and you've got the box seats down in front. And I'm glad they're using it more. They, you know, they went when they first built it. They had several concerts, and then they had a rain out or two during the time, and then it seemed like they just didn't book it as much. But for summer concerts, you know, you could do a summer concert series almost there, because it's a gorgeous location. You got plenty of parking around the area there, with the lower parking lot, the upper, and the grass soccer fields or practice field thing there. So it's really a neat. But I'm glad to see them starting to resurrect the amphitheater.
It is, and that's one thing the bands always comment on when they come, is what a beautiful venue it is.
It is.
You know? Of course, we had the Arkansas Symphony Orchestra there last fall, and that turned out really well. It was so neat to see people on the lawn, you know, with their some brought picnic baskets and their blankets, and you know, sit out and enjoyed the symphony. It looked like date night all over when they played some of the stuff. So
that would be fun. Yeah.
But yeah, the concerts is going to be something to do. Then also at the end of this month, August 27th, we're having our John Paul Hammersmith lecture series, and that's going to feature Senator David Pryor. and he's a former senator, congressman, and governor of Arkansas. So he could tell us all kinds of stories. He's going to be the 25th presenter in this series, and that'll be Monday, August 27th at 6:30 in the L.E. Jean Duran Center. And he's going to talk about the David and Barbara Pryor Center for Oral and Visual History that they've established at the University of Arkansas, and it's really neat. They have photographs of history from all over the state. I went onto their website and looked at John Paul's photos when he was a kid and how he grew up, and they've got video footage that they've preserved, historical video footage. So it's free to the public, and he's going to come and talk about how he's working hard to preserve the history in Arkansas.
Nice.
You know, they've had some, the John Paul Hammersmith lecture series that they've had since they started it. They've had some of not only people locally that grew up in the area that went on to be, statesmen and executives from major corporations and so forth. And then very interesting people have come in. I mean, you've had some great lecture series, again, free to the public. I mean, this is really a neat thing for area residents that want to go and hear and see and learn from people that have really been out and about and are experts in their own field.
Definitely. Yeah. We had the first person to summit Everest.
Yeah.
We had the last person standing in the towers on September 11th come. We've had an Olympic champion. We've had a spy that was prisoner of war. And
wow.
All kinds of...
See, there's things to do in Harrison.
There is.
It's a lot. I mean, really, people probably don't realize, but for a small community, we have a lot of activities for people, and many of them don't cost you anything. It's just, it's part of the community. It's really nice. But great. That sounds good.
Nice.
There's another activity. Our Economic Update Breakfast Series is coming up August 22nd. And this year is going to feature Kathy Deck, who's director of the Center for Business and Economic Research at the Sam Walton College of Business. And she's going to talk about economic conditions in the area, and she always gives specific information about Harrison in relation to the state and the nation and the world. So it's interesting to see all of that information compiled down into easy to understand charts and to hear predictions of how the economy is going to go. That's sponsored by Centurion Financial Services and Porterfield Killingsworth CPAs. Right. So if anyone would like to attend that breakfast, the breakfast begins being served at 7, and then the program starts at 7:30. And they can contact Amy Bell at 391-3160 to get tickets
for that.
Come to that.
And that's always a popular event, the economic breakfast thing. Local business people, and I've been to it. I mean, they really give you a little pretty good insight on what to, how you want to look at your business the next year in the future, and kind of what happened the previous 12 months. And again, by regionalizing what's going on and localizing what's going on economically, which is what really matters to people here. What's going on in Chicago doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Now, you look at the big picture, that's fine, but they always do a great job of having a speaker that really brings it more to within the trade area or the region in particular. So that's great.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Then for those folks who like to play golf, we have a golf tournament.
Golf tournament.
Yeah, it's September 10th this year, the North Ark Foundation Golf Tournament, and it's really a fun tournament. Ricky Morris is going to serve lunch, and we have it's going to be presented this year by Harness Roofing Company. They're the presenting sponsor, and KHOZ also sponsors a bash on the 19th hole, and that's fun because that's when everybody finishes playing. They're tallying the scores. We just kind of attack a chocolate fountain, and they have all kinds of goodies.
Oh, yummy.
And, everyone's tired from playing, and you get to visit, and so they're sponsoring the bash on the 19th hole, and it's a lot of fun, and most importantly, all of the money goes to college scholarships, and they're progression scholarships this year. It's new, but as students progress through their education each year, they get a higher scholarship, so it encourages more college completion, which is an overall goal of the United States, is to increase the number of college graduates. So it's got a great purpose, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
When is that again?
It's September 10th.
September 10th.
You better write that down. You should do that.
How'd you know I like to play golf? September 10th.
And for those who would like information on it, they can call Jackie Markle at 391-3159 at the college, and she'll get them all set up.
Wow, fantastic. Well, you got something going on every week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're not done yet, I'll bet.
We're not. Wow. One thing I do want to mention, it's kind of not an event, but it's a new offering. And those people who are trying to get their GED, they haven't gone back and gotten their GED, this is something really neat. It's called the Fast Track GED. And instead of going to the classes and building up and then taking the test, if there are folks out there who feel like they can take the test and pass it, this is the opportunity to do it, because Saturday, August 4th, beginning at 9, they can go in and take a practice test. And then if they pass the practice test on August 11th, the next Saturday, they can take the exam and get their GED.
have it.
Fantastic.
So
That's a good
deal. Our adult education center has organized that, and they're giving the test in Berryville and also on the center campus here in Harrison.
Okay.
And if folks want to get information about that, they can call 870-423-4455. That's our adult education department.
Okay.
And they're really doing this because next year the GED test, there's going to be a charge for them.
Okay. So
They're going to be done on a computer, and it's going to be a little bit more challenging to do it.
So
than it
anybody
is
out there
this
that
year.
want to do it, this would be a good time. We're
That's
about to
right.
run out of time. What else we got quick?
Registration is
Okay.
ongoing till
Gotta talk
August
about it.
24th. So
Yes.
if you need to enroll in classes, we are registering every day now,
And school's starting a little later this year?
starting the 27th.
20? Starting August
So
27th.
anytime at your convenience, we're there to register you. So just come on out and get signed up.
Now, would they go to the South Campus?
Yes.
Obviously, all registration is South Campus.
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
Fantastic. I told you she'd have all kinds of...
I know.
You know, it's so
She's
nice
great.
to interview Mickey, because you can just sit here and listen.
She'll just kick back and relax, and she can just inform me of all this information. I had no idea.
Yeah, there you go.
It was great.
And you think of a question every once in a while, she's got the answer to it.
And we can talk about it at the concert if we didn't cover
That's
it
right.
here.
We can do it at the concert. A lot of things going on. Mickey, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank you so much.
I always appreciate you coming in, because you give us so much good information. And the college, there's so many things going at North Arkansas College. Don't forget, North Arkansas College, it's your college. It's a community college here, not only for education, but they've got the arts. They've got everything going on between the center campus, the south campus, the north campus, Carroll County campus. I know all these things, because Mickey and I talk all the time. But they got a lot of things going on, and these are some neat concerts and stuff coming up. So good for anybody out there. Get a hold of them. They've got everything going. Mickey, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming in as always. Thank you, Tabitha, for being a guest
my
host on the
pleasure.
show. We appreciate you sitting
My
in
pleasure.
for
Thank you.
Heather, and thank you so much. Hope everything goes well with your new spinning classes and all your personal training. Thanks for joining us on Connection. We'll see you again next time.
I'm Nina Acuff, and I'm a pioneer. Going to North Arkansas College changed my life. I just finished my associates and am working toward a bachelor's degree in early childhood education right here in Harrison. North Ark was the right choice for me. I learned something new every day from instructors who inspired me. It's the best choice I've made in a long time.
Registration is easy. Enroll for the fall semester at North Ark, weekdays from 8:30 to 4:30, June 8th through August 24th. Classes start August 27th. For quality, value, and convenience, think North Ark first. We're your college.
Local television worth watching. KTKO Channel 8, Harrison.